Hey, how y'all doing this evening? Joe here from Southern Coastal Cooking, and come here this evening to talk to y'all about beef. And I know I've cooked a lot of beef here on my channel, and a lot of good steaks, and man, roast, and all kind of good stuff like that. But you know, I'm here to talk to you about the very best beef tonight. And I've been looking far and wide, you know, trying different butchers, online sites, places like that, trying to find the best beef that you can possibly get. You know, I've tried different online purveyors, like I've told you before. I've tried local butchers, and everywhere. And I've always talked about the scale where we buy beef, you know, on the USDA scale. You've got Select, you've got Choice, you've got USDA Prime, of course. You've got people who try to get there in between, like, you know, Choice, it's almost Prime, and all this, that, and other. Then you've got, when you get into the very best beef purveyors, they're always going to be USDA Prime, but then it's, how do you get beyond that? How can I go further than Prime to get the very best beef? Well, there's a couple factors. You can either get the actual stuff like Wagyu, which is like American grade of Kobe beef. We'll talk about that another time. That's kind of when you get a certain cow that's raised over here, much like the Kobe beef cow, or that's raised in Kobe, Japan, that has a super high fat content in the beef, the marbling kind of fat. It's the good kind of fat that you look for in your beef, okay? And you can get it that way, or there's other things you can do. You can take the USDA Prime and get the best cut of Prime with the most marbling in it, and then you can dry age it. Now, I think I've talked about a little bit about dry aging before here on my channel, but you can actually age the beef. A lot of people put it in a room, you know, surrounded by salt and convection with air, and it dries the water out of the beef, and what you're left with is a concentrated, really wonderful beef. That it's almost like when you cure, we'll say, a fine cheese, or when you age a fine cheese, and it just intensifies that flavor, and that's what you're doing in that beef. You're pulling that water out and all the extra stuff, and just intensifying that beef flavor. When you do that, two things happen besides the intensification of flavor. You lose water, therefore you lose water weight in beef, in the beef that you have. So let's say you had a 5-pound chunk of beef here, or, you know, a rib roast, and it's going to lose, you know, let's say 10, 15, maybe 20% of its weight there in water weight. Well, that to a butcher too. He could have sold that beef USDA Prime, gotten a little bit more money because he'd had, you know, a larger piece of beef before dry aging. But now that it's shrunk, it's got more concentrated, more flavor, okay? And with that flavor, in that more concentrated beef, that makes for a superior product. It will fetch a little bit more of a price, but it's a superior product, yes indeed. But also around the outside, the beef develops like a rind, almost like a wonderful cheese, and that is kind of carved away, you know, from the end product that they're going to send you users. So that's some loss there too. So you're sacrificing some of your primary beef product just to make sure you get the very best. And you know, they start out doing like, they'll dry age it for different, depends on how much fat you're looking at. But the best that I've found, the tastiest for most of us, would be the 28-day dry aging process. When you go past that, yes, it is still good, but you may get in some funky flavors that not everyone like. But the 28 days is the perfect amount to do that, to bring out the wonderful flavor. Next one I want to talk about is, where do you get the beef like this? Where can you find the best prime beef that has been dry aged like this? And I'll go ahead and tell you right here, y'all. This is Lobel's of New York. Wonderful, wonderful butcher that only deals, I mean, they deal in different gourmet meats, but they mainly deal in the USDA Prime. It only deals in USDA Prime and up. And I mean, and up is the prime dry aged, and then of course some of the Wagyu. But they're specialized in USDA Prime. Lobel's has been around in the cattle and the beef industry for almost 160 years. They've come to the United States. They've been set up in New York for almost 60 years. And now, just since the early 2000s, they've actually gone online to where you can go online, you can order the best beef in the world, the best beef in the United States, to where besides going to maybe Kobe, Japan, you can actually have this beef delivered to your house. And they don't, here's another thing, you don't ever get a frozen piece of beef delivered to your house. They deliver it fresh. So if you're planning a dinner party, make sure you get your delivery. You want to order this fresh. It'll keep a day or two in the refrigerator, but this is not frozen beef. This is fresh, super, super, super high quality beef. For, like I said, Lobel's of New York, located in a premium location there, Madison Avenue. I mean, I'm talking about top grade stuff, better than you ever hardly get in any of the steakhouses. And this is stuff has been featured in the Wall Street Journal, Food Magazine, places like that. I mean, people have talked about they can actually cut it with a fork. I'm going to be fortunate enough to try the Lobel's beef, the USDA Prime. I'm going to give it a try tonight. That's why I'm just making this video here with this box. It's my first time to taste the Lobel's, the key to the ultimate taste in the beef world. If you just, like I said, you just want to get the top. I'm not talking about the top 1/3. I'm talking about the top. You know, right up there to where you can say, you know, I've had the best beef there is, because they carry the Wagyu as well. I'm getting the USDA Prime. I think it's going to be wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and open up this order and show y'all how they pack everything. All right, y'all. So what we got here. So it says, you know, prepare ship. It says, you know, shipping solutions for perishable food. May take me a minute to cut this open. On camera, it's like you can't do anything with a knife. So, what we have here is a little brochure here. Okay, that's cool. A few cooking instructions, stuff like that, suggestions. I believe this is one of the coolers used to if you ever ordered any beef or seafood online. Oh, look at this. Cool. All right. So we have some little ice packs here. Keep everything cold. What we have here. Oh, look at this, y'all. This is a Lobel's hat. Cool, man. You know how I love my hats. Awesome, awesome. Oh my gosh. And look at this. Oh my word, y'all. Oh my goodness. Look at this piece of beef. I'm going to raise you back up here. Look at this. This is a Cowboy Steak, USDA Prime, dry aged for 28 days. I mean, look at this piece of beef right here. Oh my gosh. I'm going to find something for size reference here. Hold on just a second. Y'all don't believe how big this steak is. Put the tape on here. We got about 2.5 inches thick. I mean, this is a honking hunk of beef here, y'all. Look with the bone sticking out here. This is what they call the Cowboy Steak. And what this is, they take a large prime rib or ribeye steak, and they go ahead and in the center cut where the best cuts are, they'll go ahead and cut a big old ribeye, basically a big thick ribeye out of there. And then they'll take the bone here where a lot of the fat is on the top, and they'll just French that out. But this is what they call a Cowboy Steak. I mean, this is a beast. I just want y'all to see. I mean, look at this marbling, y'all. Unbelievable. I mean, you don't see a big hunk of fat going through it. You see all this little just textured marbling. I mean, that is just superb, y'all. This is gorgeous. I mean, this is, oh my gosh, y'all. I've never seen anything like this. Now, I've seen some USDA Prime in my grocery store and around here at some of the specialty shops, but I've never seen anything like this. So, man, I can't wait to get this thing, get it down to room temperature, get it up to room temperature, kick it on my grill, y'all, and I'll tell you, I'm going to have to make a video with that. But anyway, y'all check out that Lobel's. Like I said, they got the website, Lobel's New York. I mean, just great beef. And look, you don't got to take my word for it. There's plenty of reviews out there. Google them, you'll see. But later tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to do a video. We'll cook up that steak, y'all, and you'll see I'm telling you what, it's going to be awesome. Hey y'all, in closing, I just wanted to say something in case you'll go online, and I'll put a link to Lobel's here at the bottom of the video, but you may go online, look at some steaks, and be like, wow, man, those things, you know, the prices and stuff like that. This is not a bargain bin steakhouse thing. This isn't like one of these steak clubs you join for $30 a month and they send you a bunch of, you know, half-inch thick breakfast steaks. I mean, this is the best of the best, y'all. I mean, this is the creme de la creme. And yes, I mean, you probably, you know, some of you may eat this type of stuff every day or once a week or something like that, and that's great. Order them from Lobel's. They'll be the best there is. But if not, you know, treat yourself every once in a while. Just try something like this and just seize that moment. You know, when you gift yourself and a loved one, or you know, your loved ones, and have them over for dinner, and you have something really, really special. You know, just know, if you ever wanted a product like this, if you're looking for the very best, for the top shelf, and we all know the top shelf stuff's out there in just about everything. But if you're wanting that, if you're wanting a true, just perfect steak, this is where you want to go for it. So just want to kind of put that in there, and like I said, we'll know some more with my, hopefully, you know, when I get this video up of cooking the steak and everything, I'm going to share it with y'all and do some of my reviews and everything on how it tastes. Thank y'all.